I wanted to talk about these two paintings together because of certain kinds of contrasts that they have that I think you might find interesting. For starters, this painting, I did not start with a sketch. As I've said, my sketches are pretty messy and scribbly, but there was no sketch to suggest this particular composition. On the other hand, in this painting, I had a very definite sketch in which you would have no trouble identifying this painting if you looked at the sketch. And that in itself was a real surprise because my process was to just draw little boxes, kind of scribble in, and if something interests me in that little box, I'll emphasize a few lines, just enough to go on to start a painting. But in this particular instance, I drew a box and I within a minute and a half or 2 minutes had drawn practically every important detail of this painting. And that in itself was an enormous surprise to me because where did it come from? Normally I kind of gravitate towards an idea by modifying some lines and trying to figure out a little bit of what I'm looking for here. And this, it was just like it presented itself to me. Whereas in this painting, without a sketch, it exemplified just the idea of going to a canvas and having a feeling overall about color and knowing I'm going to paint a cityscape and starting from nowhere and allowing the idea to go someplace. And yet at this exhibition, these two paintings stand side by side. And I think in part because they each have their strengths, but they are remarkable in their different appearance. One of the things for me as an artist when I'm painting pictures is that because I don't have a destination, and even though I'm there painting the picture, at some point when I'm getting close to being done with the picture, I'm surprised. And I think that partly motivates or maybe brings joy to the work is that it's not predictable, it's not routine. For me, I often think of it painting a picture as a journey, but really it's more an adventure. And in that sense then, it's enlivening for me.